This is the Roger Orozco Show.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. The stars, Ashton and Fedor. Ashton's eating a burger from Jack in the Box, man. Hey, man, what's going on, Joe? It's been a little while.
Yeah, we've had technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I'm just a plumber, so wow, lots been going on.
Oh, man. So let's start off with probably some of the biggest news that you don't hear anywhere.
Nowhere. Ain't nobody talking about this. Nobody wants to pick it up. So
The Mendoza AVALOS case.
yes. Yeah. So Jimmy AVALOS, he lost. It looks like on February 23rd, the case was dismissed, and it's over. So
Almost like Blanca won twice.
she won again. So congratulations.
Yeah,
again.
great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sad the way what's been going on, man.
Yeah, it is. But here's something that's interesting. If you go to the Fresno County Superior Court website and you look up that case, and we'll put a link to it on the video here, there was something that was filed on the 3rd, so just a few days ago, and it says that the plaintiff shall take nothing, and the defendants are prevailing parties and are entitled to the costs of the suit. So the way I read that, and you read that and tell me what you think, they have the right to sue, to countersue now, which is interesting.
Very interesting, because it was a split board to defend Mrs. Navarro with the mayor and his sister-in-law.
So they didn't want to spend the money.
It looked like they didn't want to support it.
Scott Robertson and Sarah Garrett did not want to spend the money to support her. I wonder if they will want to get that money back.
Wow, that's going to be fascinating.
That's
So hopefully that's going to come up, and we'll see how that vote goes.
well, and I think if I'm reading it right, and that's what it means, I think that the city should countersue Jimmy AVALOS to make them whole again, get their money back.
yeah, from having to reach out and get other attorneys to help.
Absolutely. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, so yeah, I kind of read it the same way.
Yeah,
So-
well, and from somebody who, since I can remember, since I've been watching these meetings, Scott Robertson always from the consent calendar will pull the check register, and he'll discuss 2 or 3 or a handful of checks that he has questions about, because he's seems to be very concerned about how much money the city is spending.
Go get that money back, right?
That's what I would say. If you're going to be consistent, you would.
Yeah.
If you're working it, you won't.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully that'll come up pretty soon.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Now, when last we met, we were talking about Ken Gray.
Yeah.
And so
The contract.
the Ken Gray contract. Go back, watch that one. It'll kind of break it down, who he is, what he was, and everything. Now, we were talking about his...
Getting the new was a resolution?
yeah, well, it was the confidential resolution that was mentioned in his contract that we finally got. Remember, we couldn't get it, then we got it redacted, then we got it whole, and that was his contract for the Community Development Projects Director. Well, I asked for the confidential resolution because that's the thing they were trying to hide from us.
That's what was redacted, right?
Right. I got it.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it. So thank you.
Bombshell, man.
Thank you, City of Selma, for actually telling us the truth or allowing us to see the truth.
Yeah, so what's fascinating to go back to that is we've asked at different times, and we've gotten 3 different results. Right? From the original time we asked for the contract.
Right.
We couldn't get it. We got it redacted. Now we got it whole. And then you went a step further and got the
Right, because this, remember,
confidential resolution.
as his development projects director position, it was referencing the confidential resolution that they were trying to hide from us,
Yes.
which was attached to and actually an addendum to his city manager contract.
Wow.
The crux of this, and we'll figure out a way to get you guys the text if you're interested in reading it. It's not a long read, just a couple pages. But the crux of it is Scott Robertson, who was the mayor at the time, and Ken Gray, who was the city manager, were not allowed to speak to each other outside of an open meeting or a closed session.
Meeting, yeah. So how in the world does the mayor and city manager not communicate, except for those during those conditions?
Right. Okay.
With those conditions.
The only way they were allowed to, and I stopped. I'm sorry. The only way they were allowed to speak to each other was through a proxy. okay, and that was spelled out in this addendum, this confidential resolution. So they had to, it's kind of like a messy divorce or something. They had to go through this intermediary who was to be picked by Scott Robertson, and I don't know who he picked.
Yeah, we don't know who that is yet.
Yeah, and so the contract says it could have been a fellow council member or the city attorney. So I don't know yet.
So one of the biggest deals to me is that it was pretty much was confidential. It was hidden.
Yep.
And then, so it makes me wonder how many of these kind of contracts are there?
We have no idea.
We have no idea.
Plain and simple,
are they
yeah.
still doing these contracts? I'm
have no
hoping, I'm hoping one of these council people, one of these new ones, will bring this up
Well,
for the community.
I would love to talk to some of the old ones. So at the time that this was passed, okay, they voted unanimously in favor of it. It was Jimmy Avalos, who we know, right? We had Mike Durr, Yvette Montijo, Scott Robertson, and George Rodriguez. I'd like to talk to them, find out, hey, what happened? Because now, the last sentence in this contract says this: this resolution is confidential, private, and privileged, and shall be placed and maintained in the city manager's personnel file, and shall be treated as a record exempt from public disclosure and privileged under the attorney-client privilege. So, my guess would be that because of that sentence, nobody was talking about it.
Yeah, they couldn't talk about it. It was a closed door item.
Right.
It was brought to them. So I get it. I mean, I get probably why they did that, but that contract should never have happened.
You can't. That's public money. So they took your money, right? Our money, and then they spent it and hid it from you how they spent it.
Yeah.
How, like you're saying, how many other times and have they done this?
Yeah.
That to me, I mean, it just ruins. And why'd they hide it from us?
Yeah, who brought it? Because who does it say brought it to the council? Doesn't it?
It says that it was requested.
We don't know who, but we know they were working on it.
Well, it says, whereas the city manager, who was Ken Gray, has requested, and yada, yada, yada. So Ken Gray requested for this situation to happen, is what it looks like to me. Now,
we could be wrong, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Why he requested it?
What was going on?
Why would he request that Scott not talk to him directly? That's interesting.
Yeah, what was going on? You got a city manager and the mayor that can't even that can not communicate in a regular way anymore.
Right.
And they're trying to help run the city. It doesn't fly, man.
Right. So this happens. It's an interesting read because it says in here that what it looks like it says is he could quit at any time and he has to be paid out.
Yeah, if there's some kind of communication or if something goes wrong that he doesn't like.
If something he doesn't like, he can quit anytime, take all his money and split.
Wow.
Yeah. So this whole thing,
it's a good read, man. But you got to kind of know the backstory on it.
You got to know the backstory,
to make sense.
Right. It opens up certainly some more questions. How many times has the city done this?
So that's the biggest thing to me is,
what about
why did they do it and how many times have they done it?
How many things are they hiring? What do we have? What are our measures? Measure K, measure P, measure S, elemental P, the alphabet soup. What are they hiding?
Yeah.
What have they changed? This is a change to a city manager contract. Have they changed any of the measures that you guys voted for, saying, yeah, we want more cops in the street?
Yeah.
Have they changed anything there?
Have they changed? Did they ever change Measure S?
From what was passed?
From what was passed?
These are good questions.
Great questions.
So anyway, there's a lot been happening. We got the confidential resolutions.
Wow, we're going to break it down even more.
We'll break it down. We'll try to get this text out to you. We've asked more questions. I have asked more questions because of this.
It's not over yet.
Oh no, this is just the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about a bombshell, man. We come back and we're hit.
Mayor and the city manager could not speak to each other.
Yeah, on a regular basis, or
without an intermediary, a proxy.
Wow. What happened?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, man. That's what the paper says.
Yeah, it just blows me away.
And hey, guess what? That's who our mayor is now.
So the mayor back then is the mayor now.
Well, I wonder, is our city manager, are they allowed to talk now?
Yeah, good question.
I don't know. Are they hiding it from us? Maybe we should ask for that one.
That's a good point. I think we should ask one of the city council people, hey, can you find out if there's any more contracts like this?
Yeah.
We don't believe in this contract. I mean, hey.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's one piece of it. That's not
just
even
the
talking
beginning,
about
man.
the council meeting that happened Monday. It was a great meeting. There was a lot of stuff, interesting stuff that happened.
Oh, man, a lot.
Yeah, we've been gone too long.
We're gonna have to do another. We're gonna have to do another video. But that's a bombshell.
Huge.
The hidden contract.
What
That this even had to happen. So this had to happen because of the relationship between the city manager and the mayor at that time.
Right.
Wow.
Something was putting strain on it.
Something happened.
So we got to go
Something
back.
been going on.
We got to go back and find out what was happening at that point.
Yeah. Someone should ask him. Someone should ask the mayor, hey, what the heck happened back then?
Yeah, what was going on? Why didn't you guys talk?
The council person should question him on that during a meeting, man. Make it an item that, hey, we don't ever want to see this kind of contract again.
I'd love for that to come up.
That's a great idea.
You heard it here. You're not going to hear it anywhere else.
No, man. Where else were they talking about the AVALOS NAVARRO case? Nowhere.
Nowhere. There's not a worth. All the news outlets. I mean, they'll. Yeah. Anyway.
Nobody picked it up. I mean, you'd have to go looking for it, but still, I mean, they've done news reports on someone buying food, a sign that got stolen.
Right.
I mean, some stuff. And then you get this where you had a council guy trying to get a seat back, and you don't hear anything about it, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's sad when we in the front yard are the best place to get the information.
Oh, man. It is pretty sad. Hey, but I like doing it. Man, hey, guys, please like, subscribe.
Follow the links. Look at the links. We're going to put them on there.
Yeah.
Do your own investigation. Don't just take what we're saying.
Yeah. I mean,
Check us out.
Yeah, check it out. Man, ask questions, man.
Oh, you got to ask
Oh,
questions.
man. These are big deals right here.
Huge.
Yeah.
Big time money.
And not only that, Navarro, so Navarro wins the suit, but she also had the FPPC. I know we mentioned it before.
Right.
The mayor's wife filed the complaint,
Right.
and that got thrown out. And I think we did say that, but I'll mention it again because so she won the suit, and then they had the complaint thrown out.
Right.
And man, she's been through a lot, man. And I've watched that meeting, man. She's done a damn good job. She's pretty tough.
No, she's holding her own. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
She's fighting for the people of Selma. I'd like to see that.
Yeah. So new majority, new times, man. I love it. All right, man. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment.